Welcome to the Decode Your Body podcast. I'm Tasha Miller, your host, symptom decoder and body clarity mentor for powerhouse women ready to finally understand their bodies. If you've done everything right, the plans, the protocols, the clean eating, and your body still feels unpredictable, this is where women stop guessing their symptoms and start decoding them through the lens of their unique body type. Get ready to become the CEO of your body. Hello and welcome back to the show. Well, today we are talking about something every woman has lived through, even if she hasn't connected the dots yet. It's not wasted effort or wasted discipline, and it's not even wasted motivation, but it's actually wasted loyalty. Most women don't lose time and money because they're scattered or inconsistent. They lose time and money because they stay committed to things that look helpful long after their body has stopped responding. And the part that takes the biggest hit is your capacity, which is the part of you that actually runs your life. And it's the part that gets everyone out the door, the part that keeps your day moving without everything feeling like too much at once. And it's the part that lets you think clearly and take care of all of the needs of your day, including those around you. When you stay loyal to the wrong approach with your body, your capacity drops. Not all at once, but in practical, everyday ways that you can actually feel. And you need more focus to get through basic tasks, more recovery time after a normal day, and you need more effort to keep things running the way that you always have. And that's what misplaced loyalty does. Now, you're not losing time because you're unorganized, because we know that's not who you are. You're losing time because you stay committed to things that seem reasonable. You're not losing money because you're careless. You're losing money because you trust the things that should work for your body. And you're not losing capacity because you're getting older or busier. You're losing capacity because your effort is going into things your body can't use, but you just don't know that yet. So you keep giving these things your time because that's who you are. You try the low FODMAP because someone swears it settled their gut issues. You try keto because you're tired of the weight shifts that don't make sense. Iron because everyone talks about iron deficiencies. Melatonin because you're exhausted at night and you just want to sleep. Then there's the magnesium, probiotics, powders, tinctures. I mean, honestly, the list goes on. And you do these things not out of desperation, but out of logic, out of responsibility, out of trying to fix the things that feel off in your body. And you give each one of those things a fair chance because you don't quit early. You don't bounce between fads. You follow through. And you've probably had a time in your life where you've stayed in a relationship longer than you should have, not because it was great, but because you hoped it would turn into the thing you needed it to be. You kept showing up, kept investing, and eventually you realized that it wasn't going anywhere. And your body works the same way. When the approach can't give you what you need, your loyalty becomes the thing that costs you time, money, and eventually capacity. You don't stay loyal because you're naive. You stay loyal because you're steady. You give things time, you let them play out, and you assume that the issue is timing or consistency, not the approach itself. And you trust the diet plan because it looks responsible. You trust the supplement because everyone talks about it, and you trust the routine because other women swear by it. So it isn't that your loyalty is the problem. The problem is that your body can't use the thing that you are committed to, but you just don't know that yet. So you keep giving it time, and while you're doing that, it starts costing more of you, not because you've changed, but because your body has. Now, I learned this long before I ever worked or became interested in health so many years ago, not through symptoms, but through high school. And it was math in particular. I can still picture that classroom, the green chalkboard, my teacher writing formula after formula, and my brain literally shutting down every single time because I just couldn't understand. And what made it worse was how capable and intelligent I was everywhere else in my studies. So it wasn't about my intelligence. It was a mismatch. And I remember sitting there thinking, I'm trying so hard to understand this, and I still can't get it. And there was no alternative method. You learned it their way or you fell behind. And if you couldn't keep up, you ended up in what we used to call the dumb math class. So I tried harder. I stayed after school. I had tutors. I spent hours at my teacher's house on the weekends and hours trying to force myself into a method that was never going to work for the way that my brain learns. And yes, I needed to do my math, but I didn't need to spend that amount of time on something that made no sense for me. Those hours could have gone into subjects where I actually really excelled, which could have lifted my entire graduating average. And those higher overall marks could have opened more doors for me. But instead, my math mark dragged everything down because I graduated with 50%. I missed honors by 2%, and that 2% cost me a scholarship. And that bad math mark immediately closed the door on the educational path that I had really thought about my whole childhood, becoming a pediatrician, a lawyer, a naturopath, because without high math marks, those options weren't available to me anymore. All because I stayed loyal to a system that couldn't support the way I learned, no matter how hard I tried. And years later, when I homeschooled my kids, which I'm in my 13th year now, I found a math program and I felt immediately that if someone had taught me like this, everything would have been different. So it wasn't my ambition, my effort, or my intelligence. It was the wrong approach. And the years that I poured into it cost me my time, money, and capacity I didn't realize I had lost. And that is exactly what happens with your body. So you don't need more discipline or motivation or to try harder, and you certainly don't need another plan. You need to stop giving your loyalty to approaches your body can't use. That's it. It's really simple. Your loyalty is one of your strengths. It's why you're reliable. It's why things run smoothly when you're the one who is in charge and responsible. But loyalty to the wrong thing drains you quietly and steadily, and it will never produce the result that you expect because your body can't respond to what doesn't match it. So when the approach finally matches what your body needs, everything becomes easier and nothing feels forced. Now, think about how often you've invested in something because it looked responsible or good. You weren't guessing, you were trying to fix what was off. But while you were giving it time, something else was shifting. You were still getting through your day, but it took more from you. You'd be in the middle of the afternoon doing something normal, helping your kids with a question, answering text, figuring out supper, and you feel yourself using more effort than it should take. It's nothing big, just a noticeable sense that routine things require more of your focus, more of your patience, and more of your energy than maybe they used to. And that's capacity loss, the everyday kind that shows up when your body isn't giving you the support that you can expect from it. It's draining you because your body isn't keeping up. And while all that is happening, you're also spending time trying to fix what you don't fully understand. You're Googling symptoms at night, trying another food plan for 6 weeks to give it a fair chance. Or you're staying committed to a workout program for months, hoping it will finally move the needle. Buying supplements that seem reasonable, adding them into your routine, and then realizing later that actually none of them have made a real difference. And now you have half-finished bottles sitting in the cupboard to prove it. And your husband is saying, hey, how come we've spent so much money on this? And that's time you don't get back. That's money you don't get back. And all the while, your capacity keeps dropping because your body still isn't getting what it needs. And it's the same thing that happened with my high school math. If I hadn't spent all those hours on a method that couldn't work for me, I could have used that time to strengthen the subjects that lifted my entire mark and benefited my entire future. So that's exactly what's happening inside your body. You're still showing up, you're still reliable, you're still handling everything, but it takes more of you than it should. And that's the cost that most women never connect. The approach they're committed to isn't built for what their body needs right now. Now, if you've ever wondered why tips and quick fixes have never worked for you, it's because they're built for a body that doesn't shift. Yours does. All of ours do. We move in and out of different patterns depending on stress, sleep, seasons, food, routines, what's happening around us. And a static plan can't keep up with that. This podcast is giving you the awareness to finally see that. The part where you learn your unique body type and the pattern that you're in and what to do with it. That's inside the Body CEO method. So add yourself to the list at tashamiller.co/newsletter so you're ready when it opens in early 2026. I'll also have the link in the show notes. You're not losing time, money, and capacity because you're doing something wrong. You're losing it because you've been loyal to things that your body can't use based on your unique body type and the pattern you're currently in. And once you stop giving your loyalty to the wrong things, your time and money stop being wasted, and you start moving through your day like the CEO of your body. Thank you for joining me this week. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you back here next Tuesday. Thank you for spending time with me today. If you enjoyed this episode, tap follow and leave a 5-star review down below. I read every single one, and it helps more women find this podcast. If you want to keep the conversation going, head to tashamiller.co for resources, offers, and all the ways to connect with me.